The round table.
Gentlemen,
Aye.
let's broaden our minds.
Lay on, gentlemen, and let them know what's what. Fire at will. It's time for action, gentlemen.
Gentlemen of the round table.
What's the topic of discussion?
Civility, gentlemen. Always civility.
I broke all the chairs. Yeah.
It's not. No, it's nothing.
I was
that
so
you're just
fat.
big frame.
And you don't know how to
just
sit
broke all
right.
I sit.
You flop.
I think. No, I don't.
You flop and you break.
I think God makes gravity just
You
like
just did it.
pull harder.
That just brought me back to a really sad 15 years
it's gonna
old.
be fine, man.
It doesn't matter. Okay, everything.
You know how many chairs I broke in my life?
How many?
One.
All right, Ed. Well, thank you. You know how many chairs I broke in the past 10 minutes?
One.
Hey, Holden, remember when Henry broke the chair and fucking put a hole in your wall?
Yeah.
All right.
Remember that.
Let's bow our heads. Welcome everyone to the round table. Hello, dear Beelzebub. Thank you so much for gathering all of our friends here together. I love everyone very much. And please cure, sorry, Henry. Please cure Henry, Holden McNeely's back. Holden threw out his back today. He was making his bed. And he is such an athletic, masculine man. He managed to throw his back out while spreading his sheets.
Making the bed.
Please help
I laid
Holden's
down
back.
on it and yelled in pain. God, it was the worst.
It's a real diva's death. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. And amen. And then who else is here?
Jackie Zebrowski, I got breasts.
Hell yeah, you do.
Nice breasts.
I figured it out today.
Here, and I also have breasts.
I'm Holden McNeely, and this was the weekend of dickheads. We'll talk about it.
Yeah, Kevin Barnett, man, I don't got clean pants, but fuck y'all.
Yeah.
I think you forgot to mention that you have breasts.
Oh, yeah, we all got. Who don't got titties? Let's talk about that.
Marcus.
All right, Marcus does not have. I am Ben, and then we're honored here. We got the entire fucking Murder Fist crew in studio with us today. So, yeah, Lord, what a lively bunch. So that's Walter, and then we got Kellen, and then there's John Moreno.
Moo goes the cow.
And then half of the Roundtable of Gentlemen.
And then half of the round table. That's right. And then Henry Zebrowski just spoke.
I did specifically ask to not sit next to John, and look who I'm sitting next to.
Come on, next to
Give
John.
me kisses. He smells like gin,
give me
and
kisses.
I'm scared of him.
No.
Okay.
I do want to give a big shout out to Jared Warner, who couldn't be here tonight.
Yeah, he's playing with his lambs.
He's got all those lambs, man.
Someone's got to tend to
He's a real fat little Bo Peep. We've always said that about him. And he's also.
Did I tell you that my favorite Jared story is that I was walking down the street. Jared used to have really long hair, and I was walking down the street, and I see this big person walking down the street with really long hair. And I run up to her and was like, I got you, Jared! And it was just a big fat woman. Identical to Jared.
Yeah, and you knew it wasn't Jared because she had a beard and Jared doesn't.
Well, yeah. She did a wonderful Shakespeare monologue, and I was like, you're a better actor than Jared.
All right, and with us as always, we got our newsman there, little Cupcake or Marcus Parks.
Well, continuing on November's trend of porches, a man was tragically left to die on his own front porch after the mailman ignored his body because he thought it was a leftover Halloween decoration.
Oh man, he must have been so bulgy.
Pumpkin on his head?
And the man's name, this is no shit, Dale Porch.
It was written on the walls, written on the porch.
Died the porch.
It was foretold in the Dead Sea Scrolls. And if you look over on the monitor, you can see a picture of Mr. Porch.
So sad. Nice guy, got a hipster mustache, nice little mullet.
That's not ironic at all. That mustache is
Yeah, I'd like everyone to meet my friend Henry has heart attack.
How is he gonna die, Ed?
He's gonna trip on a
diabetes.
Yeah.
Well, Dale Porch, 46, was discovered at his front door by his son around noon, and despite the best efforts of the paramedics' efforts to resuscitate the Denver transport worker, failed.
Way dead.
However,
And his last name was Failed.
the EMT
Mailman sees dead bodies and doesn't report them. It's a long last name. It's weird.
was Porch dressed like, I don't know, a scarecrow or a ghost, like some sort of decoration?
He was wearing overalls and straw.
I'm guessing he was just dressed like a dude named Dale dresses.
Yeah.
Which is just like a scarecrow, to be fair. Dale's
Like a
10
fucking piece of shit. You never had a decent Dale. Fuck all Dales.
Dale Porch is a nice guy
right now. Right here and now.
Dale,
If your name's Dale, you go fucking eat it.
Oh, no, you're Dale. That's not true, Eddie. That's not true, Eddie.
NASCAR sensation Dale Earnhardt.
I'm the Adolf Hitler to Dales.
What? You're gonna camp up all the Dales, cook them in an oven? That's ridiculous.
You're lucky.
And that's ridiculous, Eddie. There's some good Dales out there.
And everyone is already yelling.
You're not
We
doing
gotta end the
that.
podcast.
Ed, man, medical experiments. I get you, brother.
Yeah, man.
Of course, you're Jesus Christ. Kevin, you ever met a good Dale?
I don't know too many Dales, man. I can't say that I agree on anybody's behalf, but I think that Ed is all talk, no walk, man. Look.
That's true, Eddie. What have you done to a Dale, Eddie?
The Kill Dale Challenge. Scared of Dales, man.
I'm not scared of Dales.
All right, Eddie, you got 15 minutes alone with the Dale. What are you going to do to him?
All right, first you tie him down, and then after you tie him down, then you glue him to the floor.
What? Double tie down?
Double tie down. Yeah. Glue, then tie, or tie then glue.
And I think you're giving Dale a lot of credit.
He respects the enemy.
So far, this is all shit that Thomas Dale would love.
No, Thomas Dale is exempt from the rule. It's his last name. It's not his first name.
It's a first name issue.
It's a
Okay.
first name. Yeah. Like Dale Murphy.
Okay, we got Dale Murphy.
Dale Murphy's a
You've
real
glued him?
fucking cocksucker.
Do you know Dale Murphy in real
No,
life?
but he used to play for the Braves, and I don't like that.
Fuck him. So you tie him down. You got him glued. What are you doing next?
Then you start with the pissing. And then I bring you in. You're gonna come. You're gonna start pissing on him too, because otherwise you're not gonna get some free beer. And then,
I will do anything for free beer. If all I have to do to get free beer is piss on a dude named Dale, I'll shit on him just for a shot of whiskey as well.
Yeah. It's like, oh, all I gotta do is piss on him. Oh shit, it's free. That was for you,
Absolutely.
bro. All right.
Shiza.
What else? And then you do anything you think of, anything you want, anything horrible, man.
Yeah.
Come on, I'm a little hurt you're not bringing me in on this yet.
Marcus, what do you want to do with
what
the
do you
Dale?
want to? Anything?
No, I'm taking orders here.
Yeah.
Sorry, if you're the Hitler here, you're giving the orders.
All right,
because
rip
I'm
out
not
his
culpable for anything I've done.
I just don't think. Don't call yourself the Hitler of the situation.
Yeah, don't.
I think that's only cause for trouble because ego issues.
What? Are you saying I can't
All right.
Getting very Hitler-esque over there, Eddie. All right, tie him up and piss on him. That's a great thing to do with Dales. What's going on with this mailman?
Well,
Rip out his
back to this.
fingernails.
The devastated family of Mr. Porch have called for an investigation after the morning mail was found in their box, indicating that the U.S. Postal Service employee would have seen the lifeless body. Quote, "My brother-in-law walked up these steps, got to this step here, and collapsed." She pointed at the mailbox just a few feet away, so the mailman literally was right here, and he, Dale, was right here, collapsed on the step.
I was walking the train the other day, and there was a man laying on the floor in front of the stairs. He had crawled up on the seat, and he was just lying face first on the floor in the substation. This black woman stopped and shook him. Was like, "Hey, you all right? You doing all right?" And he looks at me and said, "I'm just trying to go uptown." And she's like, "You're on the wrong side." And then walked past.
That's his biggest issue.
I love when they call it a heartbroken family when this guy was dead on his porch for 3 days and no one knew it.
And speaking of the family, here's a picture of the family.
They are sad. It's Heidi.
Should have been Chins.
Oh, right. So, I think her name is Heidi Porch, but it's
Hetty Porch.
Hetty Porch?
Ah, yeah.
Hetty Porch?
Isn't that us doing mushrooms outside?
Yeah.
Fucking
That's just what you do on a porch.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
This
that's
whole
his
family
wife
is
right there.
On the
That's
right
his
of the
wife?
On the right.
Yeah,
Where was
she's
she
got-
during this when he was dead for 3 days on the porch?
Just her two heads.
She was putting on her makeup.
Yeah.
She's got those good dick sucking lips.
She does. What happened? But
Yeah, baby, yeah.
it's not the mailman's job to report every fucking corpse that he sees. I mean,
Here's a statement from the U.S. Post Office. This is a very unfortunate situation and one that probably would not happen any other time of the year.
Yeah. Do you think he took that one?
Sads.
So
Meaning around Halloween.
Well, not if he was dressed like fucking Santa Claus.
Yeah, like
What
7
does the time
deaths a
of
year
have
happen.
to do with anything?
Yeah, a guy dressed as Santa Claus found dead hanging out of a chimney. He stays there for 2 weeks, and they're like, when are they going to take them decorations down? That's a little gauche.
But then again, his name was Edward Stuck, so it all makes sense.
Oh, next story. A pair of reporters kidnapped a prominent Kyrgyzstan journalist and put a gun to her head before revealing it was all just for laughs. Now Nazira Aitabakova is filing charges against the reporters, saying they held her at gunpoint and made her strip to her underwear. Quote, "They took off the sack from my head and said, 'Sing!' I refused. They told me to dance, and somebody was standing behind me and constantly poked the gun at my head. Next, they ordered her to speak her last words, promised to shoot her, and finally admitted they were reporters at a newspaper that publishes a column on practical jokes."
I got the headline for this. I got the headline for this. Jihad gone wild.
I like it.
Oh, yeah.
So how much trouble are they in? This is a big deal, right?
Well, it's Kyrgyzstan.
Oh yeah,
So
so
remember that.
Kyrgyzstan's not even a country.
Yeah, you
You're
know
gonna
how,
throw him a parade.
One stone thrown at each person.
yeah. How much trouble they're in? Well, first, they got fired.
Okay.
Second,
No sense of humor over there, huh?
yeah.
Are you telling me that the Kyrgyzstan people are fucking dull?
It's out there, but then again, it is. If you Henry, you get fucking wrapped up. You're forced to get naked. You're forced to sing. It's sort of what happened to you on the subway when you had to do your Chris Farley impression.
Yes.
And then they reveal it's a big practical joke. You're thrilled.
Well, yeah, especially if I'm killing it, but the same, like, I'll just snap right into it. You pull me off and they say sing. I'm like, I had a dream. And it's like, he's amazing. We can't kill him. We have to keep him.
Right.
Just cut his dick off and let him be.
It's interesting
You
though.
finally hit that high C.
It's up there with like Jigsaw though. Now she knows for a fact that if she was forced to sing for somebody's amusement with a gun to the back of her head, she wouldn't do it.
But
I
the
mean,
problem
that's
is
a
that
pretty
now
validating experience.
Now that's already happened once, she'd be really good at it if it happens again.
Yeah.
If it actually happens to her, she's going to perform the hell out of it and then get shot in the head.
I think
She'll
she'll
think
think
it's
it's
a
a
joke.
practical joke.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
And then she'll be like, "Oh, fuck you guys, I'm not singing for nobody."
bam, bam, bam. You know, just dead.
Man, that would be kind of fun. We should take a plane over there. See how much clothes she can take off.
You can only take a giant boat shaped
so
like
many.
a duck.
I think Murder Fist would do really well in Kurdistan.
Yeah, John, if you were kidnapped and forced to sing a song, what song would you sing immediately?
I want today, I want tomorrow, I want to wear pretty bows in my hair, and I don't want to share them.
You know what? It started out as a joke, but now we're actually going to shoot him. Exactly. We weren't gonna shoot him, but then he's singing it.
Shoot someone when they're singing that song. What's that from, John? What is that song?
Willy Wonka.
man.
Oh, okay.
Charlie.
It's Willy Wonka.
Veruca Salt.
The first one is Willy Wonka.
Oh, is it?
Jesus Christ.
Shut up.
No, Walter, I thought that was a valid point. The first one is Willy Wonka.
All right, look over at the, if you want to see a picture of this lady.
I don't understand
There
this
she
picture
is.
at all.
Oh man,
Wow.
She's hot as fuck.
It's like a ghost picture.
Well, it's from a YouTube video.
Oh, okay, okay. Yeah.
So their kidnapping was all a ruse to just get her in her underwear.
Yeah. See, the thing is with this fucking Kyrgyzstan's cocksuckers, they didn't have the balls to see some titties.
I think she didn't take off her clothes because she was actually a man.
No, that can't be.
Her shoulders are not that broad.
Walter, how many Thai ladyboys have you seen?
Have you not seen the pageants online? They're amazing.
oh yeah, they do kind of crush it, man.
All right. Whoa. I just want to make that clear, everybody. We have a theory that Kevin Barnett is gay, and then he proves it every episode. That's this episode's
These
proof.
dudes are beautiful. That's their culture over there. Yeah, man. That's a big thing over there, dude. Fucking trannies over there crush it.
Okay.
In fact, they are considered their own gender.
Yes.
That's how
Yeah,
awesome
exactly.
they are at it.
Exactly.
I'm
So
with
you would
Kevin on
fuck
this
one of these? You would
Congratulations.
fuck one of these women?
No, I wouldn't fuck one of them, but I appreciate what
Would you
they're
get a
doing.
blowjob from him?
Nah, man. What?
It's
No.
like- no, I agree with Kevin. It's like looking at a nice piece of art.
Yeah.
You know, they put time into
It's
it.
a lot of work.
It's on
It really is. It's crazy. I watched the whole thing on it.
Like
and
the
it was
89
it was
Joker
crazy.
when he fucking sprayed everybody with that
Yeah.
paint. And
There's
faces.
actually a kickboxer out there who was like a dude, and he was like a badass dude who was crushing everybody. Then he kind of vanished for a while and came back as beautiful ass tranny and would still fight and just crush everyone. Like it was insane.
I had. Do you remember, Ed, when we did this AIDS benefit in Tallahassee?
Oh,
it
God,
was like
with the fucking
we
drag
split a
queen?
show with this drag show, and there was at the end of it was this horrible thing where the drag queens wouldn't even let us like do the show because they just fucking heinously heckled us through the entire set, and we just gave up in the middle of it and left stage or whatever.
They just wanted the humping.
But there was a part of the night where it was like Ed and I forgot who else. Maybe you, me, and Jared. Maybe
No, it
at
was
the
Mick.
bar.
It was Mick.
We were all sitting in the bar and we're getting slams and we're watching this dude with big fake breasts like dance in front of us. Remember, Ed, literally at some point we're sitting in silence, just so mad about the whole night. Ed was just like, I can't fucking believe how hot that dude is.
Was that Tony Denise?
What?
Was that Tony Denise?
The blonde one.
I didn't take the time to learn his name.
Well, my favorite was.
All right, hold on.
My favorite.
Fucking yeah.
My favorite.
There's a tranny named Tony Denise.
Yeah.
This is a good name.
That is a wonderful name. Okay.
Well, no, my favorite was Henry. Didn't you walk backstage at one point and go into the dressing room and there was that
Eldora, the 300-pound guy
black
who was
doing
a
line of
white
coke?
guy. He
No,
was
the
a
Coke's my story.
Yeah, this was a guy that grabbed me and threw me out of the room, and he was a 300-pound sheriff from another Florida county that would go into our county in order to be a drag queen, and then go back to being a family man when he went back home.
Yeah.
It's very smart.
Good for him.
Yeah, no, mine was the tranny with the big tits popped its head out of the dressing room and had its tits in the bra. And then it had a big plate of Coke and was like, you want some? I was like, I got enough problems.
doing coke with a tranny.
That's exactly who you should do coke with, though.
I mean, it's free Coke.
Next up,
of course.
50 drunken elephants caused havoc in an Indian village and destroyed 3 houses after gulping down an astonishing 500
Wait a
liters
second,
of
Ed.
alcohol.
Wasn't that your aunts and uncles?
Larson family reunion.
Yeah, we went to India this year.
Really?
Yeah, fucking right. That's the only part of that story I don't believe.
The Larsons on safari.
The animals destroyed a shop stocking mahua and ruined crops in Demerkota, East India, after drinking 18 containers of the alcoholic drink. However, they were not satisfied after the drinking session and ransacked adjoining huts to find more liquor.
That's amazing. They just figured out booze.
It's just like us.
Is this an evolutionary step?
How did they open up the
Elephants, don't
bottles?
forget.
I think they just smashed them and then sucked it out.
The same way Holden drinks.
He smashes, he pours booze into the ground, then one of his tentacles slides out of his mouth and sucks it up.
Slowly puts it back in as if no one saw it.
For me, it's like I pour the drink, I black out, and I wake up just so wasted.
It's covered in shards of glass.
But with ketchup all over my cock? That's the weirdest part. So.
Well, I put that there.
Oh,
Holden, you
Ben
were
Kissel hot dog.
Yeah, I would love to blow you. Holden, you were pretty drunk last night, and there was a street fight that almost broke.
All right, so we fucking got into it.
What's going on here?
Okay, so this is the second time this year I have pushed a dickhead in a trucker hat. So I just want to let people know, if you wear a trucker hat, I guess it'll fucking change you and make you a dickhead.
What's a trucker hat?
Big fucking dumb hipster hat that the hipster
It's
dickheads wear.
just a 4-year-old
It's got
child.
the foam on the front.
Yeah, the foam on the front. It's all big.
Ed, it is a hat you would wear not ironically.
It's super big. Yeah, they wear it ironically.
It's
so
from Maine.
I'm with.
Oh, that was great.
I'm with Lexi, my girlfriend Lexi, and Jared. And see, I wish Jared were here because he was the superstar of this whole thing. Honestly, all I did was duck punches, which I've never done before. So anyway,
Usually you just take them.
Yeah.
It sucks you're learning.
That's the thing. I know. I've only been punched.
How many times have you been punched in the back of the head?
Right in the face, and 3 times by that black dude. And the saddest thing was he had a cane.
I mean, that's why he
his
was as
foot
good as
was
he
like
does,
broken,
though.
and all I did. This was my big move. He punched me in the face 3 times. I'm just like, why? What? And then I curl up in the fetal position right by him, so he could. All I had to do was take 5
wailing
steps
on
away
you.
from him.
That's
Yeah.
right.
But anyways, this is a different dude.
There was a different time. The last time you got into a fight, Holden, you were walking up subway steps. The man came up from behind you, yelled at you, punched you in the face multiple times. You curled up in the fetal position. We're at round 2. You've learned your lesson. You're ready to fight, right?
No, you know what it was? I was walking to work that day, bone sober, and I was drunk as fuck last night. So I think that's what changed things.
Okay.
All right, so I'm standing there with Lexi and Jared, and this dude walks up, and we're trying to find a place to get some pizza. And this guy walks up, and he has a fucking
Which is
pizza
so
box.
hard to do in New York.
I know, right? We're like, where should we go? Where should we go? We were in a spot. We didn't know where the closest one. This dude has a pizza box in his hand. So we go, oh, hey, what's up, buddy? Where did you get your pizza? And then he's like, I don't know where I got it, and just starts like saying shit like that, and he won't leave us, and we're like, after a little bit, it's like, all right, dude, you're being like an asshole, just get away. Just leave. And he wouldn't, and he just stood there while we're trying to like figure shit out, and we're like, dude, what the fuck's wrong with you? Just get out of here. And then finally he pulls his phone out, starts taking pictures of Jared. And then we go, hey man, you don't fucking take pictures of us. We do not like you. Get the fuck away. And then I saw Red, grabbed his pizza box, ripped it out of his hand, and just threw it onto the ground.
Holden started the fight.
I started
No, he didn't.
This
No, he
guy
didn't.
fucking
The other guy
started it.
Wait, why was he taking pictures of Jared?
To post it on Instagram and say something like, oh, this fucking guy in Williamsburg's
Yeah.
fucking...
He started the fight, but you escalated.
I turned it to fucking code
You were
red.
a real man last
Yeah,
night.
Almost a man. Almost a man.
Again, you haven't found, because really Jared takes the cake on this one. Because
But you
all I did
didn't
was
have
duck
to
punches.
hurt the man's pizza, man. You could.
You know what's hilarious? You know what's hilarious? It was just a bunch of bullshit in the box. There wasn't even pizza in the fucking box. So like he had already
Well, then maybe he literally didn't know where he got the pizza
There was a
from.
bunch of, I saw a bunch of pizza in the box on the street when I walked by there later on.
Oh, okay, that's his.
Yeah, there was some pizza.
I didn't see the pizza.
It slid out. It was in the middle of the street.
Awesome, because I fucking threw that fucker on the ground, and then I think I knocked like his hat off his head and shit, and then shit escalated. But pretty much what happened was he would throw a punch at me. He would throw a punch at me. I would duck it. Jared would push him away. You know.
How do you feel when you duck the first punch?
I mean, he
Man,
just
you're fast, you shadow cat.
he did that thing where he just stood there and stared at us. Like he wouldn't say anything, and I kept calling him out. And I was like, I know you're trying to think of the thing to say right now that's gonna like be the big insult of the night, and then you're gonna walk away, but you're not gonna do it because you're too fucked up and you're an idiot. So he walks over, gets hit by a cab, like gets sideswiped by a cab, and then we start pointing and laughing at him. And then he's far away from us now, so he starts yelling insults. And his big insult was, "You look like you're 30," and we were like, "Hey, we are 30. You're a fucking idiot." Yeah. And then
You sound like you know how humans age.
like his insults, and then it was like, "You're fat, you're ugly." It was literally that, and we're like, "You're a dickhead."
Well, he had some
go
valid
away.
points. I mean, can we agree the guy wasn't all wrong?
I mean, stating the obvious is not an insult.
Speaking truth.
I kept saying, "Go away, dickhead! Go away, dickhead!" And he finally at one point was like, "Hey, quit calling me dickhead!" All right, so I'm talking to Jared. We think it's over. I'm talking to Jared. We're just talking about whatever, and then I see him coming up from behind Jared, and I was like, "Jared, this dude's about to punch me in the face." And then Jared, I duck. He literally like right after I said that, I duck. Jared turns around, fucking throat checks him. Like, this is my throat. And
I love that. The throat check is my favorite.
and he has the best part. He has a lit cigarette in his hand, and he didn't realize it, but like the way he grabbed him.
Jared has the lit cigarette.
Jared has a lit cigarette in his hand, and the way he grabbed him, he was burning his cheek with the cigarette. And he's like, "Get the fuck away from my friend! Get the fuck away from my friend!" And then he fucking like shoved him off. And he came up to us one last time in front of Trash Bar.
You wouldn't be so big if you didn't have that big hole, your big hole protecting it.
I know, yeah, totally. I mean, I felt kind of silly because like Jared would just keep stepping in to sort of, but I had to duck the punch. But anyway, so he came up to us one last time.
He wasn't bothering
Lexi
at all.
kind of was laughing too hard and had to like walk away.
The idea of you doing something masculine made her laugh. What? That's not good. They're supposed to get wet and fucking put salami on your wounds.
It was unbelievable. And then when it just ended after that, he like came up to us one last time. We were like, "Man, you lost. It's fine, but just go, man. Everything's done." He was like, "All right," and just stumbled into the night.
Well, I've got something that is similar to that involving elephants.
Okay.
Yeah.
Another elephant?
An elephant
No,
knocked
it's the
pizza
same
out of
story.
the hands of another elephant.
This guy did have a long trunk.
It's the it's the same story. Police spokesman in India said that the elephants were similar to a drunk human and that they were, quote, aggressive and unreasonable, but they were much, much bigger.
Oh man,
that makes sense.
Yo,
But
that's
so
gonna be the
slow.
title of my first rap album. Aggressive and unreasonable.
Much bigger.
My first indie rock album's gonna be Unreasonable Elephant.
Very
But
cool.
drunk. You have to throw that into your title.
No, that's just gonna be one of the songs.
Yes.
I'm still wondering what a reasonable elephant is like.
Have you ever seen the footage of that one elephant that went crazy and just tore apart that one town when he escaped the circus?
Yep.
What about that one elephant senator? He's very moderate.
Great. Dick moderate.
Yeah,
Dick
Senator.
Luger?
Hey, that was pretty good.
Good
man.
elephant, Marcus.
Do it again. That's
you
awesome.
work on these things alone.
Like, what do you do when you spend? It's just like,
All right, give us a goat. And
Weaker.
That's a good goat. That's a good
Is that a good goat?
Yeah, I'm sorry. No, McNeely, do the goat.
all right, Marcus, how about a talking snake?
get out of my mind!
All right, we're done. That's
Marcus
over.
gets the award for most useless talents.
Congratulations! And yes, that is what I do when I'm alone.
You guys ever watch that YouTube video of the goat that screams like a man?
Oh, you have seen that.
Hey! It's so great.
It's super fucking amazing.
Eddie, that's what I miss about living with you is that we used to watch animal videos all the time.
I know, now I don't have a computer at the house.
Isn't there a dog that says, like, yeah? It's like, what's going on? Yeah? You doing all right? Yeah?
Oh, yeah. I
Yeah,
think
yeah,
that's
yeah.
fake, though, isn't it?
I don't know, but
I'm pretty sure it's
sometimes
fake.
animals make
Have
human
you guys
noises.
ever seen those Russian cats that the noise they make is just no.
I thought
And they get shot in the head.
I just know those New York City rats are always just like, "Hey, buddy, go fuck yourself." Yeah.
yeah, you got a cigarette? Fuck yeah.
Fucking cigarette. I see, like my tiny trucker rat.
It has been a weekend of absolutely douchey Williamsburg human beings.
Please, can we talk about this?
Do you want to? Okay, so we got this chick. So I this one girl. She's very, very nice. She brings over a friend, and I was talking about it in the
This is
last
over at your
Top Hat.
apartment, right?
So you guys can get more of the information on that side of it on that episode. But so basically, she just
did a whole episode of another show about this story.
Not a whole episode.
Not a
We
whole-
talked about it for about 3
But
minutes.
now Kevin's
brought
here,
over the
and
cookies.
all of the hate was mostly directed at Kevin. I
Yeah.
mean, it was to all of us,
didn't
but Kevin
deserve
got the
that.
brunt.
Kevin, how did you feel when this? Okay, so a woman's over at our house. She's hanging out. She finds out we're comedians. She assumes that we're supposed to be funny at all times or something like that. And
we were having fun. We
and
were.
we were
hanging
being
out.
funny. And then she sits down, and then after we were done doing our charade, we were making fun of another person who's a totally douchey piece of white shit.
Yeah, the
and,
worst.
The worst white man on the planet. And
Oh my God, were you making fun of me?
no, John.
No.
Don't.
You're like the
You're
third
rarely
worst.
the topic of conversation, but whenever you are, it's always
I've
exciting.
literally never spoken about you.
I've actually never heard a John Moreno story without the preface, you know he was wasted, and
That's what I want to see on his tombstone. He was rarely spoken of.
and I think he lies here. I don't know. I actually.
He's buried in a different graveyard. Nobody really spoke.
He was drunk when he died. He fell in the wrong tomb.
Yeah, who knows? But Kevin, this woman said to Kevin Barnett, the very beautiful fellow
I
over
look
here,
good.
to my right, you look okay, and she said he's doing. Okay, Walter, do you want to say something to Kevin? I'm good. Okay. Because you guys seem to agree on transsexuals, which I think really proves Kevin's homosexuality. But that's a whole different brain that I want to think
Believe
about.
what you will.
But the thing is, she said you were not clever, and she said you were not funny, and it was very, very aggressive and very,
Yeah.
very rude.
And the
now
main
I
thing,
feel
the one
what
that got me
happened.
the most was I was told I was going to be hanging out with comedians, and since I've been here, I haven't laughed once.
Man,
Yeah.
you should have hit her.
She was literally in the room
I
for
wanted to
like
fucking.
6 minutes.
For like 6
I
to 10.
heard you went to shake her hand, Kevin.
She didn't shake my
and
hand.
she wouldn't shake your hand.
Yeah.
What the
was just-
fuck
I
is
have-
that?
Thing?
It was a race thing. I've never actually
Was she
seen
a
somebody
hussy?
say the N-word with her eyes before
See,
her.
I saw it spelled out in her pupils, which was really weird.
Yeah.
I just thought maybe she was tripping balls or something. But when I
Send an IG.
I thought that I had went to get beer and I left. I saw. I was just like, we're gonna have a fun time. I came in with a beer like, to like.
Henry like slayed at her. That made her laugh for like an hour.
Just really just hamming it up over there.
Because I thought that we were a room of comedians, having a good time.
Right. It was just, I mean,
I had no idea what was happening.
Oh, she was the worst.
Yeah, that was horrible.
Anyway.
The one other point I want to make about this fucking awful cunt bitch is that she is a vegetarian and she came in a rabbit fur coat.
Yeah.
Hipster cunt bitch.
There were so many of them.
Hipster cunt bitch.
Leather
boots. Her and that trucker hat dickhead. She got married and fucking burned to death in a fucking tomb together.
Calm down, Holden. I don't want you to hurt your back again.
If I wish for one night I could turn my cock into an actual bone, like a fucking bone with marrow in it, and slice them with my own dick.
I don't get that part.
It's fine. It's fine.
Fuck her, man. She was a vegetarian, still kind of fat. I don't like that.
She was fat with no breasts. She cheats a lot. She cheats a lot.
No shit, I bet she just fucking eats cheese and pasta all day like a goddamn rat.
That bitch is farting.
She is the worst. Kevin, you're not gay.
What was her name?
Oh, Jenny.
Jenny. We don't know the last name.
Yeah, if we had our last...
We don't know. No.
Please?
We can't go... No. I don't remember. No.
Yeah, Jenny.
But now we
don't do names.
We don't do names, but her name is Jenny.
Yeah.
And but the thing is, Kissel's been like seeing her friend, kinda, sorta, and now he doesn't want to see her.
Her friend,
anymore.
by the way, is awesome.
Yeah, her friend's great.
All right. Okay.
And now you don't want to see her anymore.
You gotta judge people by their... Look at this. I got beautiful Kellen.
I was just saying, I'm friends with you. People judge me all the time.
I'm the bad
How many
friend.
women have I
I'm the
lost?
bad friend. None. You never lost a woman. Women love me. No.
I will say
That is true. Women do love Ben Kissel.
No, my girlfriend loves you.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll say she rode the train home with you last night, and she had very nice things to say about the trip.
Absolutely,
You have
she did.
a report,
And she
every
was
single time they
really
spend one-on-one.
surprised.
But every single time they spend one-on-one time, he's like, he was cleanly and he was very polite.
Ridiculous, Henry.
He kept his hands to himself.
I do make a point to not leave my lap with my hands. I don't really remember what I do with my hands, but whenever I'm around like a girlfriend of a friend or something, I'm always just like hands in the lap. It's just so like when I remember it, when I
The thing
think
is,
about it,
hands
I'm
are
like,
so gigantic, he has accidentally raped women before.
No, I haven't. That's ridiculous, Holden.
It's an accident, though. It's a rape?
Either way.
Blouses are just so fragile. I mean, all it takes
The
is one.
buttons just pop off.
And see, it's not rape. It's like kind of like manslaughter to murder.
Yeah.
You know, like he didn't mean to do it, but it happened.
So he should probably be locked away.
All right, well, next story. This is one that Eddie loves in particular.
What, a pedophile corner?
No.
Oh, Ed, that was too antsy, Ed.
excited.
Jesus.
A 9-year-old Ukrainian boy caused...
Sounds like pedophile corner.
A 9-year-old Ukrainian boy caused a big headache for his parents by spending their entire life savings on candy.
First off, I have two questions for this. No, I have a question and a statement.
Their life savings was $10.
No, he said $100,000. It says it. But, okay, how did he have access to that money?
Well, the candy was actually stashed in cash underneath their couch, and he slowly picked it away and spent the $4,000.
Yeah, during a school vacation, the boy took nearly $4,000 from his parents' stash of euros and dollars, which was stowed oh so securely under the couch, with the help of an adult described as having a mental disorder.
Candy money.
Slow Benny living next door.
I don't know about this name of his. They stored the cash where you're supposed to store dust.
Yeah. Well, with the help of the man, the boy converted them into Ukrainian hryvnias, which is apparently their dollars.
Which is just a bunch of dead birds.
Dead birds, coconut shavings, something real bizarre.
Is accomplished, got a cut of the cash, then it was off to the candy shop.
Oh my God.
Unfortunately, the haul was too much to eat on his own, so he shared it with
so he did it all
pals.
at once? I thought he did it...
No, he did it all at once.
Why would a candy shop let a child buy 4,000 euros worth of?
No, it wasn't a child. The mentally unbalanced adult.
Why would you let a
mentally insane person? Because it's the Ukraine. They don't know what.
This guy saw dollar signs in the other guy's eyes.
Yeah.
A retard walks in a candy store. That's the beginning of a joke.
And a great sales day.
Do you think? I mean, since it is the Ukraine, did he just sell him the shop?
No. You sell the candy, keep the shop, keep selling him more candy. He's gonna come back.
You're not a businessman, Walter. Stop pretending to be.
No, Walter, you're very good at business.
Oh man, you gotta milk them. You gotta milk them and you
like jerk them off.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like.
I just see the big thing is that if you're a proper businessman, what you do is you just tell them, look, oh, this Snickers, you want this Snickers? That'll be 4,000 dead birds. And then you just get all of it in one go, and you don't lose any inventory.
Yeah.
I know all about tricking retards.
Well, you have relatives that are
mildly retarded.
Yes.
An entire family.
Everyone loves candy.
Everyone except for you and Jackie, in fact.
What?
Retarded.
Yes.
Are you afraid one day you'll wake up retarded because of
I read Flowers for Algernon, and I cried, and I thought it was real.
All I ever
thought it
want
was going to happen.
to live the simple life of a retard must be so beautiful. To look at a flower and never think, oh, I have to be somewhere.
Confused as to why your sad part that gets me.
Holden. I'm upset because how dare you equate retardation to gayness because everyone wakes up gay sometimes.
That's the thing. I mean, I've woken up and
What?
been fucking taking balls.
Well, Ben, you have foster brothers who are retarded who share this innocence of life that Henry's talking about.
It's not innocence, they're mean. And all the retarded people do is succeed because they don't know they're failing.
And they're all
They
married,
are. My younger brother, I love him to death. He's got an Xbox. He's got a Wii. He's actually banging a relatively attractive retarded chick with big tits. And every time I talk to him, hey Ben, how you doing? I'm okay. You suck. You're failing. All he does is tell me that I'm failing, and then I'm like, no, but you're not doing good. He's like, I'm pushing carts, banging a bitch, and I'm like, you are. And I'm like, you're winning.
Sounds like you're talking to Kevin Barnett.
I know it's sad. It is so sad.
I gotta hang out with this guy.
He's a great time to hang out with.
So much.
He went to the Dolphins game today. I mean, the guy's a fucking
It
champion.
was so funny. I heard him talking to his brother the other day, and he's just like, "No, I'm not going to send you $30."
He wants money. He wants money, and I say no. He's like, "Oh, you're not making any money. You're not making any money." And I'm like, "I know I'm not making any money." All he wants is my money, but he's got everything. They live the fucking dream, man.
Yeah, man, that's pretty awesome.
That is pretty awesome.
Someone hit me in the head. I want to get real dumb.
To be that dumb to not realize
it's gotta be amazing. Like,
I have a theory that both the Zebrowskis have the Asperger's of retardation.
That's a good theory.
They're just so that's why they're so funny is that they're actually severely retarded to the
Well,
point
you
where
talk about John.
I'm sorry. Do you want some rock soup?
Oh, this rock soup is so hard for me to eat. You see, that's my real voice. This is a character I put on.
You learned that in college, Henry, right? You learned that in college.
Dialect. And my dialect teacher taught me this is how a person speaks. And I was like, but they don't be Irish. And she goes, I learned it all like that.
I heard a sweet story about the original Bugs.
All right, Ed. Okay, first of all, John, hold on. Ed, how do you feel when John talks?
Oh no, I was just out of breath.
Oh, okay.
What are you doing right now?
Holden threw his back out, making his bed. You're out of breath from sitting. What are we doing here?
I stood up from taking a shit earlier, and I thought I was gonna pass out from the pain. From standing up.
So taking a shit, you threw your back out taking a shit?
It was like that was after I fucked up my back. It was like a lot too long after, but I stood up and then I was sitting there trying to wipe myself, just going like, trying to wipe myself, and then I was like, this is a window into me getting old. Like I had to bend over to pull my pants up, but I couldn't bend down, so I was just like slowly pulling my pants up over my body, like lazy.
Wait, so you
so bad for your girlfriend right now.
Oh, God. So you stand up to wipe your ass?
Yeah, I do.
I stand up as well.
Me too.
Yeah. What?
Who looks at it?
Everybody, yeah, it's
Let's do
actually
it.
kind of 50.
Who looks at it? Who looks at their poo and the white?
Every time.
All right,
Yeah.
quick
Well, you
snap.
don't stand up.
Okay, let's do a snap.
I do a side butt.
Yeah,
Really?
people
And then wipe
don't.
it like
not
that.
everybody stands
I
up.
don't
Not
stand
everybody
up.
sits
I've
down.
never
You guys
even
know
heard
about
of
the
this.
under thing?
Yeah, I go
Were
under.
you under?
Yeah, I go under.
No. Because all the shit's
Oh,
gonna end
my
up
God.
on your
Shit on your
balls.
balls?
Yeah, but what if you like shit on your
Just
balls?
wipe it correctly.
I love shit on my balls, Daddy.
I wish everyone could have seen the acknowledgement of what Ed said, and Henry and I look at each other like, with what? Why would you do that?
Well,
You're gonna
under-
get it on your front. Women can't do that
Are
because
you-
it's
you
gonna
sound
get
like-
in your puss.
Yeah, you
But
sound like the Hulk. That's how the Hulk wipes his
Wait,
Oh,
ass.
that's how the poo eats honey.
This is horrible. Do you wipe your puss when you pee?
Yeah.
Of course.
Okay, all right.
That's not horrible. That's
I've
clean.
never watched. I mean,
How old are you?
12.
You look like you're 30. Burn. All right, and now it is time for Pedophile Corner.
I saw the pictures on your computer, Marcus, and I was really hoping it was Pedophile Corner because
Yeah.
they are doozies.
Oh yeah.
Kellen, I just want to know about.
This is a bit of a mild pedophile corner as far as the age goes. The mother of a 17-year-old boy who was groomed for sex
This is
by
a pedophile corner. This kid's too old.
Oh come on.
No,
Disappointed. I'm disappointed. I'm sad.
You're sad that a child wasn't raised.
Eddie, listen to the word groomed.
Yeah.
Took a while.
The mother of a 17-year-old boy who was groomed for sex by two married teachers is outraged that a judge had handed them probation instead of a jail sentence. Gay Davidson Shepard, 60.
His first name is Gay.
Her first name is Gay. And her husband, Daniel Shepard, 63, pleaded guilty to multiple felony counts of sex crimes against the high school student from Huntington Beach, California.
Can we see these two?
Yes, you can. Look over at the monitor. Why does she have a black eye? Horrifying!
I would be outraged too. I mean, that bitch is way
Horrifying.
too old and ugly.
Holden, you got to teach this bitch how to duck.
So so she wouldn't take his last name. She put a hyphen there.
Yeah.
But what she should have done is taken his first name because her fucking name is Gay.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Well, she didn't take the last name, but she fucking interacted in sex crimes with a fucking a boy.
Stop getting outraged.
All right.
So what's up with the kid? How strong is he?
The two
How
teachers
good was he at fucking?
Well, you can judge for yourself.
That's
the two
ridiculous.
teachers invited the boy over to play board games and plied him with alcohol in 2009.
Oh, they're bad pedophiles. Board games in 2009. You got to play a fucking video game.
Things turned sexually explicit when the adults stripped naked and went into their hot tub, inviting the minor to join. That was the beginning of the sexual relationship, as Gay performed oral sex on both the boy and her
Under
husband.
the hot water.
And her husband that first night in the hot tub.
Oh, bullshit. He was 17 and got a blowjob.
He was 14 at the
From
time.
a 60-year-old woman.
Yeah, that's the thing.
gross,
Clothes
man.
are
It looks
needed
gross.
to make
When
those
you're
people attractive.
When you're 17, a blowjob's a blowjob.
I guess.
I don't think so.
When
John.
you're
What is
7, a
wrong?
blowjob's a blowjob. It's always a blowjob.
He was also 14. It was in 2009.
Oh, he was 14?
Yeah. They carried out sex acts on the boy on a weekly basis for the next 8 months.
Wow.
That's a problem now. Anytime he sees a sorry board, he gets hard as a rock.
You've ruined the game of Clue for me.
Did he fuck the man? Did the man do stuff with him?
It doesn't say, but I'd imagine there was probably one awkward week during those 8 months where he didn't show up for a couple of weeks because he was weirded out because the man tickled his balls. But that's just my theory.
I imagine they were just both tag team and gay.
Yeah.
I just can't. I can't believe that they're like they only got probation. This seems very horrible.
Well, that's what's wrong about this story.
Well, that is why the mother of the boy is outraged.
Yeah, I'd be outraged. I'm outraged. I don't even know the
But
kid.
the boy obviously was a willing participant.
The
He was
furious
14,
Was
John.
he 14? I thought he was 17. I thought you said he was
No,
17.
he's
You have
17.
not
You have
been
a drinking
listening.
problem. Not good at math.
No, he's 17. He's 17. Yeah.
No,
yeah.
he's
He was
17 now.
14
Yeah.
when this happened.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
The-
Okay, that's fucked up then. All right.
And this happened in Huntington Beach.
Well, it's a nice area anyway.
California. Which you expect this type of story to come from Florida.
Do you think he's like dating and banging other girls while he's also banging this old couple?
I doubt it.
Yeah, he's probably just
Probably
ruined.
ashamed.
Yeah.
Do you think so, or do you think he
I
walks
mean,
around like
like
staying alive, walking down
Well,
the
it's not
street,
like
pointing at people?
He's 8. I feel like 14 at least.
No, he's a 14-year-old
Yeah, he's
ashamed
aware.
of anything sexual.
That's just you, John. Some 14-year-olds love to fuck.
Oh my fucking god.
Well, I mean, I actually do have an answer for you, Henry. Both teachers had sex with the boy.
Gay and gay.
Gay and gay.
He graduated valedictorian though, and that's all that really matters.
I don't think he did.
You don't think so? You don't think so?
I'd say that he probably had a very low average.
Wait,
You
were
think
they
so?
teachers at his school?
Of course.
Is that how they-
That's how they had to.
Well, he told his mother. That's how they got caught.
I banged them. You didn't know that? You know, he's just like, what do you do over at the Henderson home? He's like, I fucked them.
You might mention the board games first, though.
I'm surprised you haven't asked till now, but yeah, no, we fuck.
Does anyone else think that he's kind of in trouble? Think about it.
Well, yeah, he's
Why is he in trouble?
I
know
the
what you
board
did.
game.
I see it.
It was a joke on the board game.
I see. Yeah, he's in a real mouse trap.
I think that joke,
Dead End Drive.
that joke is a bunch of balderdash.
Henry, I bet those teachers are sorry.
That joke was already made. You have a drinking problem.
Apples to apples.
John, we actually
Apples. Well, I'm sure that the boy and the husband were apples to apples a number of times when they were going on top of gay.
That's my
The boy
favorite
was
position.
raped, Henry. Can we please not with the jokes? The boy was raped.
Man, I tell you, all this wouldn't have happened if Miss Gay there wasn't such a hungry hippo.
Gobbling him up.
but it can only happen in this wonderful game of life. Am I right?
And now we're going to move on to another sexual abuse story. A Midwest pastor has been charged with sexually assaulting 2 male clients he was counseling to help them escape their homosexual tendencies.
Oh no shit.
So what? He was just jerking them off and telling them this is how they're not gay anymore.
I'm sorry, son. This is what you don't do. This is what you don't do.
Your father didn't love you, but I do.
Reverend Ryan J. Muehlhauser, who had served as a senior pastor of the Lakeside Christian Church in Cambridge, Minnesota, was charged with 8 felony counts on Tuesday for fondling and initiating sexual contact with the young adults as he conducted therapy for their gay tendencies. The married father of 2 allegedly instructed one client to strip naked and masturbate in front of the pastor, and another client claims Muehlhauser regularly placed his hands on the young man's genitals during counseling sessions, calling the contact blessings.
Well, that's a way to sell it.
I'm into that.
Real quick, guys, on that note, I've got to go because someone wrote a news article about me, so I got to get
Walter, I'm sorry.
I love you guys.
Bye, Walter.
Hey, Walter.
Thank you so much for being here, Walter.
Absolutely.
Walter, before you go, can you give me a blessing?
You know what I bet he did?
Again, John? Again? Really?
I bet he like rubbed Gold Bond on his hands, and then he'd like rub the dick, so it'd be like, oh, I can feel the spirit.
That'll Vapo Rub.
Vapo rub.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he did the thing where he like rings the bell every time they get hard. You know, like in Catholic when they ring the bell when they yeah.
Ding, dong, dong.
Yeah, he's trying to wean them off of the gayness, man. The hand job is the nicotine patch of.
It is the least gay thing that you can possibly do to a man: stroke off his cock.
Here is a picture of the man.
Yeah, he loves life. He's
so
loving
happy.
life.
He's got great skin.
Yeah,
He
he
does have
does.
great
Yeah,
skin.
wow.
If I could spend the whole day blessing the world, I would.
I mean, that just looks like a man who loves the Lord. He's done.
The Lord of Cock.
Yeah.
Monopoly.
Everything you say is good, Jackie.
That was really good.
My fucking Monopoly, bitches. And let me ask you guys if this is fair. He faces 10 years in prison.
That ain't right, man.
Okay, so
That ain't right.
but
Yes.
And that gay
Yes.
bitch gets nothing?
Yes.
Exactly.
Yes.
For fucking
being gay with gay dudes.
Okay, so let's go.
Pastor, and he was
This is actually this is also another pedophile corner story because they were minors.
Squirt, touch me.
Does not say how old they were, but they were minors.
So he stroked off 2 dicks and he's looking at 10 years in prison. And this is in America. The
5
other
years
story
a
was-
dick?
But also under the guise of helping them.
Yeah.
And it's like also you need to take people like this and make them an example for other people that are going to lie and say, "Oh, I'm going to help you. I'm going to help you," and really they're just going to give you a blessing by making you jizz all over a cross.
But he made them come.
Them, yeah.
It seems like this punishment's a little stiff.
I agree.
You see what I did there? You see what I did?
Rarely is something punny and accurate. I mean, I agree. It does seem like quite a bit.
You really think it's too much?
It is too
I
much.
think it's a bit hard.
You fucking.
Yeah.
All right, John. We actually, now that Marcus is gone, Marcus just left the room. John, we haven't been recording this entire time. This is an intervention. This is an intervention about you and your alcoholism. That's why we called in Murder Fist.
Can I please
All
start?
of your friends.
We all care
Hold in,
about
please.
you.
And
We
hold
all
in, please start. Please
John,
start.
when you drink, you're like just way more fun.
No, hold it. That's not right.
It's the truth. I'm just telling the truth. I have a fucking awesome time with you. You're wasted.
Well, it's like when I'm sober, I'm just angry all the time.
It's boring and it's bad.
I know.
But when you're drunk,
Yeah,
you're like
your
the
real
coolest.
personality, the one that you really like. Thumbs down.
Yeah.
I know.
Okay, guys, this intervention is not working out perfectly. I feel like you're like doing the reverse of what we're supposed
Okay,
to
how about
do.
I'll say this?
I
You
hate-
should smoke more weed.
I have been.
Yeah.
I'm high right now.
I know, it's awesome.
I feel great.
And I fucking love it. So I don't know.
Marcus, come back in the room.
All right, Marcus is back.
You need to get back here.
Sorry, what? I tried to give John an intervention.
We're giving him
I'm
an
saying
intervention.
Zoe is the best thing for me getting high ever. I just
Always rolling those
nobody
sweet
knows who
highs.
that is.
Yeah,
It
yeah,
does
you're not
not
supposed to
matter.
say the names
Yep,
on
not
the.
supposed to do that.
Are you fucking up again, John?
No, Marcus. We solved his problems.
Okay.
Yeah, we told him to keep drinking.
Yeah.
all right.
See him sober.
Well, we've got a little bit of animal news before we get to a segment from Holden McNeely.
All right.
The frightening scene of hundreds of deer jumping to their deaths off a 120-foot bridge in Idaho is bewildering wildlife officials who are finding themselves at a loss on what to do.
How many deer is hundreds?
And do
of
they have
deer?
red eyes?
And also, and you can't stop them.
Is
You
there?
have to let
Do
them
they
jump.
have a number? I mean,
hundreds.
like hundreds. So that's at least 200 deer.
I'd say hundreds is at least 300 deer.
Really?
Wow, that is quite an estimation.
That is a Texas estimation.
We say 200.
They estimate big down
Yeah. With motorists and state officials catching sight of the deer's tragic leap and fall off High Bridge just east of Boise, witnesses are rallying for some way to prevent their tragic deaths. Quote, "I've seen it myself and some of our staff have seen it too," Evan O'Neill, a manager with the Idaho Fish and Game Development, told KBOI. Mr. O'Neill believes it's when the deer are crossing the bridge and are startled by an oncoming car that they take the jump.
I feel like really it's a cult that there is a big deer that's telling them that if they jump off the bridge, there'll be a reindeer.
You see,
and they'll be able to be
True.
with Santa Claus.
You see, I just think that's
these deer virgins that they get to
It's like the deer
that's
heaven's
just some.
gate.
That's fat man hunting. That's what that is. You just scare them in the river. They
Blow
drown.
up a bridge.
All right, Dale. Bring him to the bridge. I'm driving through. We'll fish him out.
Of course, it's a fucking Dale.
Why do you have all those fishing hooks? Oh, we're going hunting.
Yeah, we're going deer fishing, but deer don't live in the river. Well, they do when they jump.
They do when they jump.
And
Wow,
if you
that's
look
a big bridge.
over on the screen, that is the bridge they're jumping off.
Oh my God!
Shit,
Do the
man.
town folk kind of?
Do they have pictures of all the deer bodies?
Oh, I hope
No,
they
those
do.
are just deer. Actually, there are some pictures of the deer bodies.
Oh, no.
The bodies here,
Save them.
the bodies here are encased in ice because they jumped directly into an ice-covered river.
That looks like a bunch of deer-flavored daiquiris.
Marcus, tell me, like, some local purveyor is at least, like, cooking and eating these deer.
You don't eat the
Venison.
fucking crazy deer that jump off the bridge.
It's like mad cow disease.
But that's wasting good venison.
No one's wasting it. They wasted themselves.
Right,
It's
right,
right.
suicide.
If there's anything John hates more, it's wasting good venison.
That'll be right next to his tombstone. Next to who is this?
Oh, it's the medicine guy.
Oh, the medicine guy who said a bunch of different
He had a
words.
crazy theory that deer were filled with gin. So you just cut them open. You just ladle out the gin in the inside. Never waste a deer, he said.
And this is not a brand new phenomenon. In January of 2004 alone, more than 100 deer plummeted to their deaths off of this bridge.
Interesting.
I think that was also what happened when dear Robert Pattinson broke up with his dear girlfriend and they got very sad. They jumped off the bridge.
Jesus Christ.
Now
Now it's time for a segment
It's a
from
pumpkin
Holden
joke.
McNeely.
Oh, pumpkin joke! The pumpkin's not with you, Henry.
It's the world of pain. What is the most physically painful thing that's ever happened to you? Ed wanted to start.
Yeah, I started. I knew exactly what I was going to say.
Marcus is going to rate it on a painometer of screams, and the winner gets clapped at the end of the fucking stupid show. All right, Ed, go.
All right, to be honest, I've been kind of lucky in my life. You know, I live in constant pain, but that's got nothing to do. That's just minor little pains. But the worst pain I've ever had was migraines that I used to get at 11 a.m. every day for 2 weeks. I get this very concentrated migraine behind my left eyeball, and I literally couldn't do anything but pee my pants. It hurt so bad.
I remember because I was saying I lived with Ed at the time when he was having these migraines.
Yeah.
And I've never seen a man act this.
I couldn't walk. It would happen at work. I remember one time at work, I was working with a very wonderful lady. She gave me a bunch of Percocet. I ate 3 Percocets, and it started to go down a little bit. And it was so painful. Like, after I had my hernia surgery, I ate 3 Percocets, and I was fucking doing heel clicks. Jesus. You know, like... but like it went down a little bit, and then I was in so much pain. I couldn't work. I couldn't do anything. And then I remember New York State of Mind came on, and I was listening to the song real intense, and I almost started. Yeah, and I almost started to cry, and then I realized I was on 3 Percocets. But
and that was the most painful part.
Most painful thing.
You
I almost cried at Billy Joel's song.
Jackie.
That is sad.
You going to me?
I'll do mine next. We'll do. I'm gonna go with. It's not even that bad. I'm super lucky. Way luckier than Ed with pain. I broke my wrist, both the bones.
Really?
And my wrist in soccer practice. What made it so much worse though was I tripped over a ball, and all the my teammates thought that I was just doing a joke. So as I'm screaming in the worst pain I've ever been in, a bunch of kids are pointing and laughing at me like I'm fucking around. I'm like, I'm not fucking around. They're just like, you're so funny. You always do the funniest things. It was a nightmare.
I don't know. That sounds okay because you're still funny.
Yeah, that was the thing. At least
it made him funnier.
Yeah.
Mine
Must have
was
broken your funny bone.
I loved it.
Quack.
Scrabble. My worst pain that I ever had was I was a fat little kid.
No.
I know.
It's
weird. It's really weird. No.
I
I went to the beach once with my best friend Joey Stoffel, and he was a little Italian kid. And he didn't have to wear any sunscreen, so I didn't wear any sunscreen at the beach. When I'm like 9 or 10, and I get these. I go out in the sun for all day long, totally pale like I am today. And when I got home, I had second, near third degree burns all over my shoulders and my back. And so that nighttime, I went to the burn unit, and the big thing was we were supposed to go to Six Flags, and we had to cancel a whole trip because I couldn't go on a thing. And I was so mad, and I was covered in these feverish blisters, and I couldn't sleep for days and days and days because it was the worst thing. So
do you
one
remember
night,
this, Jackie?
I do. I completely remember.
So
this.
I used to just because I had to sit
Jackie,
upwards.
what did it look like? What did his back look
Well,
like?
I was like 6, so I wasn't allowed to see it. But I remember.
Wow! Don't look at it.
I remember my mom had to spend an hour changing the bandages because the blisters would break.
But this is
and then it was
so
pus was up
one
and
night.
down.
No, bro. So the most painful point of the whole thing was, so at night I'm just so frustrated about how horrible it is, and I had to be perched up in a chair with ice all over my back. So one night I was like, fuck this, I'm so sick of these blisters. I took off the bandages and then just popped all the blisters on my back and rubbing them on the chair, just thinking that like I could just stop the process. And I literally, because it's like 4 o'clock in the morning, because I hadn't slept in days, and I remember like just like going like like the worst like no scream pain like on the face of the body. Like, yeah, it was horrible.
I got a feeling that made you who you are today.
I feel stronger.
So
he never doesn't wear a shirt when he goes to the beach.
Let's do it. This will be the mini round. Let's do the screamometer for just Ed, me, and Henry. We'll get a winner of that, and then we'll move on.
All right, for you, I'm gonna go.
Not bad.
It's not bad. It's not bad. And then Eddie, I'm gonna go. Ow, fuck!
That was, I think I said that.
Yeah. But for Henry, I'm gonna have to go. Because you were an adult. Painful. And so you were able to kind of handle it a little bit better because you've had, as you said, a lot of pain in your life.
Yeah.
So you're kind of used to it. Henry was an innocent, fat little child.
I was a fat little child, but now I'm a big, I'm a grown, strong, built,
fit.
Man.
Fit. Looking tight.
Yeah. None of that is true.
I think I have a story to top all those guys.
Yeah, well, it's not your turn yet, John.
We're gonna move on. Yeah.
Henry wins round 1.
I had the most pain.
So Henry goes into the finals. Kevin, what do you got for us?
All right. Well, I mean, the worst thing was, I don't know. This may be the worst thing. It was right after I had ACL and meniscus surgery, and they're supposed to put a nerve block on you that lasts for 2 days. And I had the option of staying in the hospital for the 2 days. I left because my mom was like, nah, just fucking, she was a nurse. She said, fuck it, just go to the house. And
Jamaicans.
the nerve, yeah, exactly. the nerve block wore off in 3 hours. So I get back to the house, and it was, and they gave me Percocet, but the thing was, I was allergic to it apparently. So every time I tried to eat the Percocet, I'd just throw it up immediately. So I was just sitting at the house, like, and literally I could feel every cut they made. Like they made 3 incisions. Yeah, and then they made 3 incisions. I can feel the big one, I can feel the ones on the side, and I can feel where the screws were in my leg. I can feel literally every single thing. And I remember they gave me this machine, I forget what it was called. It's supposed to start pumping your leg from the beginning so you can get mobility back.
Yeah.
The thing is that people don't know is like when you have that surgery, like my brothers didn't know it because they're fucking dumb as fuck, that you can't, there's no power in your leg. Like I think I weighed 210 when I had the surgery. A month later, I weighed 168. Like I had lost a ton of weight, and it's like there's no power in your leg. You can't do anything. So they're like holding my leg, supposed to be putting this machine down. And I'm like screaming the whole time because the nerve block's completely gone. And I'm supposed to sit down and put my leg on this machine. They're holding my leg, and then when one of my brothers says something to the other one, and he lets go of my leg, and it just goes down completely. And it wasn't. It's supposed to stay completely straight. The machine's only supposed to move at 5 degrees at this point. So I feel every screw pulling as it's doing it. And then the other one screams and drops the machine on top of my knee.
It's also funny, which is kind of shitty.
Can this be over? I'm sick of it.
That's all you need. That's all you need.
I can't.
Right. God, does anyone have anything to top that?
I also want to mention right now that Kevin is actually wearing a hat that says knee hurts.
Oh yeah, I'm still fucked up, dude. I think that's why it's like permanently still fucked up. It's from that moment.
I am sick to my stomach.
Yeah. No, it's awful.
Because I feel like it's still fucked up because of that moment. Because the doctor I went to was like the UM football team doctor, and he worked with the Dolphins too. Like he was a beast. Because my mom is she's a nurse. She's head nurse at Jackson in Miami. So she put me with the best guy, and they fucked it up just in that moment, like because I could feel the screws pulling and shit.
Professional
pain.
I'm in quality.
And it was like I dealt with like mind-numbing pain for like a month because I couldn't take any painkillers. Like, it was just like,
that's so
Does
sad.
anybody else want to go?
I mean, I just got really cold. I walked to Blockbuster in a store, and then I get all pink, and that's pretty much it.
I was curious as to what Jackie's story. What is the worst pain that you've had?
My cavities. They I had 4 cavities at one time. This is nowhere near Kevin, so I
I was just curious because I figured that you've only lived a life of pamperedness and have never been hurt.
I have.
A man roughed her breasts up a little too much.
Yeah, but that's
That's true.
You want to say something about it?
No, I had 4 cavities at once, and they had put the Novocaine in, and I am a prissy baby. And I was like, make sure you put no Novocaine in, because they had to do all 4 at once. And so I felt the needles going in, and I was just like, oh, okay.
Turned out to be a dick.
No, they just didn't give me enough Novocaine.
Okay.
And they started drilling, and I felt it completely. Like I
That's
felt
a horror
it,
story.
and it was like my entire skull.
I had one of those.
Was vibrating,
You know
and
what?
I started to cry, and they were like, "You are fine. You just feel the pressure." And I was screaming. I'm like, and like they didn't believe me.
That's
for a
the
good
horror
solid,
movie,
like,
by the way.
15 minutes.
That's the horror movie we have to make. A dude, it's all in the brain of the man
Corbin
who is not
Burnson, the
sedated
dentist.
enough.
Yeah.
Is it
And
safe?
Dr.
Oh, is that what it is?
Let's not forget Dr. Giggles.
Yes,
Well,
Dr.
a little
Giggles
bit,
is
but
better
like
than the
just the
dentist.
mind of the
Marathon
person who is getting penetrated and just feel that pain and go into their
But
brain.
then also,
when
when
they
it comes
didn't
down to it,
believe me,
but
they didn't believe me that I
fuck
have
not
enough
believing you.
Novocaine.
When it comes down to it, if you're in pain, no matter what you're feeling, you're like, fucking give me the shot. I'm
in
paying
pain.
the money.
You know what fucking light feels like.
All right, John.
John, yeah, what was your to top the? I mean, can you now?
I mean, John's pretty bad.
Okay.
There's no top.
I don't know if I can top him. I'll say I did. All my wisdom teeth came in perfectly. And so.
Like a nice venison.
Thank you very much.
Nice venison.
Thank you. The doctor said I should remove them, and I was like, "Fuck you." They came in fine. All 4 of them. All 4 of them got cavities on Thanksgiving Day, and they all kicked in at the same time, and all the dentists were closed all weekend. So I literally was just chewing on Percocet and taking shots of whiskey
Kevin can't even take Percocet
to try and sleep.
Yeah, I mean,
but that's not. No, that's just. Also, I broke my arm. I snapped it. A compound fracture. I snapped it
He's
over
got
the
a
hitch of a
huge
tractor
scar on
trailer.
his arm.
I feel like
Huge
should have
scar.
been number 1.
Both the bones popped out, but I was in shock, so I didn't even feel it. The worst part about it was I couldn't use my arm for 9 months.
Yeah.
So
when
when
you had to jerk off using an old piece of
oh,
wood.
I could jerk. I only jerk off with my left hand now.
Really?
Yeah. Thank you.
Well, me too, but that's just because
It's
I
the
had to use the
permanent
mouse
stranger.
with the right hand.
Okay. Yeah. But the physical therapy.
That's a bit of a dated reference, the mouse. I think, Marcus. I think it's a bit of a dated
It's
reference.
mouse pad, Marcus. All right.
The physical therapy to relearn how to use my fingers, the slightest movement of every finger, it felt like someone was making me do a full split.
My bladder.
That physical therapy was the fucking worst. But that's not even the worst pain I've ever had. The worst pain, that was months and
Deja
months and
vu.
months of physical therapy, and it was horrible. The worst pain I ever had happened in 5 minutes. And it happened when I was like 16 or 17, and I was at home, and no one else was home, and I was
father
just
left?
I was Daddy. No. I was in the kitchen, and I don't even know what happened. It was like I had like a burp that went wrong, and then all of a sudden it like went into my mouth, and then it went into one of my teeth. And then all of a sudden I was like, oh no, and it felt like a single burp went into one of my molars, and the air was trapped in my tooth, and the air was trying to release itself, and it literally felt like my fucking tooth was going to explode in my fucking mouth, and within a matter of seconds, I just screamed bloody murder and collapsed into the fetal position, just like screaming like, ah! And like
vomit though?
I didn't vomit. The air finally came through my tooth, and I just was shaking violently on the floor. And no one was home. So I'm thinking to myself, I'm having a stroke. No one's home, and I'm going to fucking die because no one's home.
Jesus Christ.
I have no idea what the fuck that was.
That's
but
weird.
air trying to escape through the holes in a tooth. That was the most painful thing I've ever
So odd.
had.
You know,
Well,
I want to
but-
make. But real,
That's
also, I
how
want
much
to
air
say
hates you.
I'm a little shocked. Nothing with the balls.
Yeah.
Little shocked.
Well, I mean, I'll say before we declare Kevin the fucking winner.
Yeah.
Because Kevin's definitely the winner.
Yeah, Kevin's definitely the winner. I played football in high school and all through junior high.
yeah, but it was
strangely
just
enough.
called oval thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was actually
the oval thing over than the line.
Yeah. Strangely enough, I wasn't bad. I was okay.
Okay.
But
Your brothers were very good.
my brothers were all American.
What position did you play?
Running back.
Okay.
And safety.
How was that, Ed? Was he
He
playing
looks
the right
like a
position?
safety. He'd be a horrible running back.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was a much better running. I played 6-man football, which is a totally different game.
It really is.
Yeah. It's all based on quickness, height, and
Stupidity.
running. No. But I was right at the beginning of the season, my junior year. I'm running a sweep, and this guy comes up behind me. This little dude who is he's like 5'5", but he's strong as fuck. And I've got big feet. Like I got like a size 12, size 13 shoe, depending on the shoe. And he grabs me at the back of my pads and gets it at just the right moment and pulls me down where my foot gets caught on the ground and it gets bent down so far that it puts a crack in my entire leg from the top to the bottom. And I walked half a mile from the practice field back to the field house and then drove to where my parents worked. So on a broken leg.
By drove he means rode a cow.
Yeah.
Of course.
And I walked that
That's
whole
what we
way.
call a Texas Cadillac.
Yeah. And I walked all that way and drove all that way on a broken leg so no one could call me a pussy.
Wow.
Nice. Yeah. So fuck all you guys.
Don't yell at us. When I did the toward ACL meniscus thing, it was a similar situation because it was like when I was in high school, I used to be like real heavy into BMX. Like I was like obsessed with it, and so you got to deal with a ton of pain. I remember literally having the bike. The pedals stuck in my shin at one point. Like people were just like he's fucking insane. Like I would do shit like that.
Yeah.
So when I tore the ACL meniscus, it was like some Taekwondo shit. And I remember the way it felt was like I landed and my leg was too straight. And I remember my body going this way, my like under my calf staying this way, and then it snapped and it shot me forward the other way. Yeah. And then I still didn't know what was wrong, so I got up. And it was like I had to share the car with my brother. So that was the one day I had the car, and I remember I was gonna go to Publix and shit. So like I got up. And I didn't think I was fully fucked yet. I like walked, it was like about a half a mile or a mile to where the car was. Drove the car and went to Publix and kind of just like limped around in Publix and got groceries and then went back home. And then it was only like a week or two later that I figured out that my shit was fucked up.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
No, I mean, with a broken leg, you figure that shit out pretty immediately, especially when you hear a crack that everyone on the field, including your coach, heard.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, that was loud.
So, screamometer for... That was Kevin. How about John and Jackie?
All right, let's wrap this fucker up.
All right, Kellen, do you have a story? No. Yeah, Kevin's lived a great life.
Any painful butt fuckings or dick suckings?
I mean, that's a specific thing.
Oh no! All right,
it happens.
That sounds like a bunch of dark secrets.
Kelly, what's the most painful butt fuck that's ever happened
that's
to you?
That's what I was gonna say. I was just like, oh yeah, getting fucked in the ass. It's like that's a painful thing.
And so you've been fucked in the ass many times. How was the first time for you?
I mean, it's weird.
All right, there you go. Butt fucking feels weird.
It is weird.
You heard it here first.
Yeah,
on the Roundtable of Gentlemen.
Butt fucking feels weird.
That's Jackie, and then the Ed, and then Holden and Kevin. And thank you so much.
I'm really sick about your story, Kevin.
Yeah. Kevin was amazing, and Marcus, thank you, and Henry Zebrowski, thanks for being here, buddy, and Kellen, and then Walter, and let's say Jared was here as well.
Yeah, why not?
Just for fun, in spirit.
And
thank you to our sponsors, AdamandEve.com.
AdamandEve.com.
Input the code CCR to give us a little bit of cut on your lube purchase.
Yeah,
we get 20%.
Beautiful.
How quick can they get lube to you?
They can do overnight.
They can do overnight.
I have the app
lube?
on my phone.
As quick as you can spit.
Oh wow,
not bad.
As quick as that's a good new logo for them.
Yeah, Adam and Eve.
We'll get you lube as quick as you can spit.
I like that. I guess we don't need the lube anymore. You know?
I like the flavored lube. Check it out. Strawberry.
Flavored lube
they got
is
different,
great.
Yeah, it's very good.
You got
Holden,
flavored lube.
What's your favorite flavor of lube?
Hold on, why
The
do
only one I've
you need
tried
lube
is-
to suck a dick?
No, we're jumping around. We're doing different
Yeah.
things. She's had lube going.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, girlfriend from a long time ago.
Yeah, and my favorite flavor of lube, when as you say, it's jumping around, green apple.
Green
Oh,
apple.
okay. I never had green apple. Only had strawberry.
I never thought of this.
maple.
Does this make me bad sexual
Maple's
partner?
my favorite.
Yeah, no, who's flavoring their lube?
I've had lube. I never thought of flavored lube.
Yeah, rules. And flavored lube rules even more.